I've done other things since then. I worked as a color analyst for Fox Sports, covering women's college basketball, and I worked as a radio analyst for the Memphis Grizzlies of the NBA, and I also worked for the Dallas Mavericks, doing some marketing stuff. So, done a few things. Today I'm going to talk to you about, the title of my speech, rather, is You Will Win If You Don't Quit, Keys to Winning in Business and in Life. Because a lot of times, we have all these steps and things that we, information that we get that's for one thing, like how to be successful in business or how to be successful in this. But there are a lot of things that you can transfer from life into your business and vice versa. So that's really what I want to talk to you about. Very informal, so I like to do questions at the end. I want you guys to be interactive because I think that's the best way that we retain information is if we participate in it. So I don't want to just be a talking head while I'm just standing here just throwing stuff out at you. So at the end, I'll give you time for questions if you have any. And I hope you got a pen and paper so that you can take some notes. The first key to winning in business and in life is to find your passion. It's so important that whatever it is that you're doing, you're passionate about. And I don't mean something that you just like doing a lot. I'm talking about something that you could do if you weren't getting a paycheck for. Something that you could do, like what I'm doing right now, I could do this every day for the rest of my life. Like meeting people, talking with people, inspiring people, that thing. And your passion is that thing that brings you fulfillment, that thing that brings you joy, whether it's, writing, whether it's, doing something with numbers, accounting, or teaching, or whatever the case may be. Whatever it is that drives you, that thing that gets you out of the bed in the morning, that's your passion. And you need to find that. And your passion is directly connected to your purpose. Because we all know that we have a purpose in this earth. The fact that you're sitting here breathing right now means that you have something to do. It means that you have a purpose. So connecting yourself to finding out what your passion is will lead you to your purpose. For me, it's empowering other people. I love to hear other people's stories. I love to meet people. Have you ever met somebody who's a teacher? And I use teacher example because I was a classroom teacher and I would have rather cut grass for a living. That's how bad, it was the bane of my existence. I love the kids, but just being confined to that classroom all day from 7 to 3:30, and then I had to ask to go pee. I just couldn't, and just being in that one space, all day long. And then, the way you raise your kids may not be the way that other people raise their kids. And so I don't do too well taking disrespect from the ones that I gave birth to. So I had a real problem with taking disrespect from the ones that I didn't give birth to. So anyway, but I love to meet teachers, people who are passionate about teaching, that love their students. Have you ever met teachers who just love teaching? They're like, oh my God, I did this for my kids today, and I bought this. And I'm like, really? Good for you. But I love that enthusiasm. They love it. And they're good at it. When you meet teachers who are passionate about that, they are the best teachers in the world. And those are the ones who the students love. Because those students know that they care about them. So that's why it's so important that you find your passion. And understanding that along with that comes with understanding who you are. Knowing what your standards are, what your values are. Those things that, this is what I stand for. I'm going to treat people right, regardless of how they treat me. I'm going to do things the right way because it's the right thing to do. I'm not going to cut corners. You can't cut corners in life if you want to get the very best that life has to offer you, and you can't cut corners in your business. The young lady was talking about, the very first speaker that we had, she was talking about being, not wanting to invest in yourself. You're going to get the $50 website versus getting the $500 website. When by the time you finish adding stuff to the $50 website, you just spent $500 plus $500. So you might as well go ahead and make the investment. Don't cut corners. So you have to have some absolutes in your life. Set some standards for yourself. There are some things, I have nothing against people who smoke. I just don't want to date somebody that smokes. Because I have a brother who smokes, and even when he's not smoking, he smells like smoke. So that's just not something, I have friends who smoke. It's great. But, talking about building a life, being a life partner, that's just an absolute. You don't have to change it. just me, you can't hang out, like that. So you have to have some standards. There have to have some, you're not going to do business with certain kind of people. If you know somebody else is shysty, somebody else who, cuts corners, who doesn't take things seriously, doesn't do things by the book, and you're involved with them even on the most minute level, guess what? You get caught up in that, whatever it is that they have going on as well. So have some set some standards for your life. There are certain kind of people, if you have children, there are certain kind of people you don't want your kids being friends with. Okay, so if it's not good enough for your kids and in your life, it shouldn't be good enough in business. Okay, the next thing is you have to get a vision for what you want your life to be like. And you have to get a vision for what you want your business to look like. If you want to do things on a global scale, then you need to start thinking about the end from the very beginning. You have to look at, this is what I want the outcome to be. Okay, and then you devise the steps to get you to that desired outcome. Because that's how things work. If you say, okay, I'm planning a trip to Chicago, or I'm planning a trip here, you don't think about where you are right now. What do you think about? Where are you going, right? So if it was freezing cold, dead of winter in Maryland,